Hey, deputy.
Welcome
Work
to
hard,
the
play hard. That should be a freestyle model.
A lot of famous people visit the Kila. Popping back a beer, you never know who you'll meet.
New deputy, huh?
Excuse me.
Did you catch the thief? Tell me it worked.
Annie, what are you doing up? It's way past your bedtime.
Mom, I have to know. You got him right? Right? I knew it!
Annie L. Wilcox, what did you do?
I told you about it. You know the Laredo robberies? Well, we caught the thief.
Wait, so that's real?
Of course, Mom. I told you.
She's telling the truth. You're not pulling my leg, right? Oh boy. Annie, we'll talk more about this later. But you've got to be careful.
Yes, Mom. I'm gonna be the best ranger.
Thank you for helping my girl and anything else involved. Lord preserve.
Aquila City is safe because of my mom and me. Oh, and the other rangers.
Might be hard work, but it's sure.
Hey, you might want this.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet?
Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome. You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human... I like to think that's what sets us apart from our neighbors at the Unite. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown. The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today. Ah, you must be It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional... As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Freestar Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there. You really are new around here, huh? Aquila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures. Foremost among them is the Ashtar. They're quick, strong. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got a few choices there. The cantina in the Rock is famed throughout the settled systems for serving the best brew that credits can buy. The hitching post ain't been open long, but most folks seem to like it. If you're looking for a quick drink before Aggie's is a bit of an acquired taste, you might say. Folks who prefer a venue that's, like I said, lots. Frank's just the latest owner of the old Hassanov Manor, but it's been a problem since the Hassanov family ran out of heirs. There's no wrong the Cartwrights have been trying to right for decades, and hence, well, I need help. He's just another slick, rude, neon corporate hack, full of himself and just awful. I mean, I was right to talk to you about this. The last Hassanov was Sahar. Sad tale there. By all accounts, when she lost her last grandchild around 40 years ago, well, she packed up and just plain left the estate. Built some farm far from Aquila City, and it didn't take long before the Ashtar overran the farm, and just like that, no more Hassanovs. A lot of folks thought the same. So I need someone to go to the old Sahar farm, brave the Ashtar, and see if she left a will. I swear I'll honor her wishes. Aquila owes her family that much. And if it happens to kick Mr. Big Shot out of the Corps, well, then. Sahar left no heirs, no instructions. So everything the Hassanovs owned was in... What happened to the estate? Well, you'd have to be a lawyer. But eventually it wound up on the open market. So slick neon corporate shills could grace our community. If she named any heir, we could get the estate back where it belonged. Sahar's farm is elsewhere on the planet. If you can't handle Ashtar, please do. I don't want this whole sordid story to have more tragedy. Be careful, and look out for yourself.
Some people think of life as this delicate, struggling thing. The toughest forces there is.
Hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived the sleep cycle. Captain, do you require my assistance?
No matter how long we're gone, it's always good to be back.
I don't have time for you
Dad,
right now.
can I have a pet?
A pet? We live on a starship. Starships don't always mix so well.
Aw, come on, please. I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
Give me an inch.
I have something for you.
If I get called on one more
Oh, okay. Now I've seen everything.
Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. That's right on the money there. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City, and I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment, but I need a place to sleep here, so I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. And don't forget the damned realtor. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a... Oh, the who? Wait. Hassanov. You mean the fam... Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands. No questions asked. Suit yourself. But there's no way Elias Cartwright or any of those other core snobs will offer you anything close.
So you sold 3 pickups today?
Yeah. Might get some more on the back
Take a
end.
break. Let's chat.
Your casserole.
I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there.
Wait for the
I had plans for Matsura, of course.
This ain't the UFC. We shook hands.
It's good to be part of a team, isn't it?
Should have the contract.
Be part of something so much bigger than any
My
one of
cousin works
us.
for Deimos, and he
So
says the
many
approval
things
process
can go
for a
wrong
big
out
deal
there.
can take months.
Working with people you can trust is important. That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out.
Corn jerk's worth it.
Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie. I'm guessing gourmet chunks days are out of the question. Don't worry, I'm just joking. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation. Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunity. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined. I would have never done so many things, met so many, and I never would have met Irvin. Or lost. That's right. We can't know the consequences of the choices we never made, but for the choices we made, Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least. Well, I'm enjoying my time adventuring with you, and it reminds me of it. We had so many adventures together, and then maybe part of my mind is trying to remind me of that. Yeah, don't worry. Logically, I know I should be over it. But I've ignored my feelings about Irvin's death since it happened. It's time for me to confront. I'm just fortunate that Constellation has been a supporting home for me since Irvin died. I mean, where else would I get to dodge space pirates and discover new planets? On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself.
I don't suppose you still have that will handy, hmm?
Have you reconsidered my offer? 10,000 credits if you just hand it over. You're a smart one. If you can just tell a lie, I'd be very thankful.
Ugh, I didn't expect to kill a city to be so...
Like I said, be careful. I'd rather you forget the whole Hassanov business rather than getting hurt. I wish my granddad was still with us. What happened? Ah, hell. Pardon the language. I knew it was a long shot. Well, you risked your neck, and I couldn't let you go away empty-handed. Thank you.
Hey, you might want this.
Captain, landing procedure initiated.
You might want this.
Paradiso security is only here for your safety. Pretend we're not even here.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is... As such, we need to handle this discreetly. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this? I understand you're eager to get into it, but if you're unwilling to take this seriously, I can foresee... Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been... It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try more. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or what. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
I have something for you.
Recheck complete. We're good. Orbit achieved.
Hey, you might want this.
Good day, Captain.
Stay alert. Weapons available.
Remain calm. You're human. It's just that
We weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Welcome back to the rest of humanity. You're no longer alone.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors. I see. As you may have presumed, our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is... Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves. Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intent. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
So, here we are. Let's talk. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to... Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that... Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distance. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world. I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it.
like out there, beyond nothing?
Here, I got this. I had almost forgotten I picked it up for you. Anyway, I figured you might have. Don't worry about it. If I see anything on our next expedition to a planet, then I'll...
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships.
We'll always appreciate it. Hey. There's so much more to learn about now. Wow. Hi.
Keeping track of all our supplies is more difficult than I think.
And to think, all this time.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change it.
Just stay out of trouble.
Must have taken some remarkable discipline to get you all here.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting.
It's like walking in a time capsule here. I cannot imagine how hard this was to maintain.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Sure is nice to know.
This is a garden built to sustain the maximum amount of people possible. It's a monument to life.
Just stay out of trouble.
No matter how long we're gone, it's always...
Hello, and welcome back, Mr. Tofik.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry.
Don't worry about us.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this
Loads
planet,
more interesting things
not
to
our
do outside.
amenities.
Only I am. And you must be the diplomat Giro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the alien. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including... But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance. Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance. I make the decisions that are best for our entire group. You. We operate outside of the Free Stars only, you see, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs. And we'd rather not draw attention to it, as I've mentioned. It could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this. I'm not suggesting anything, other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what... It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get... That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? Right. assuming they agree to the terms, I've got a list of resources you'll need to gather and bring back so we can support the new arrivals. We'll need to improve our lodging and infrastructure, plus account for future projects to support an increase. Don't care how you procure them, just make sure to bring them here with you before we can consider this a done deal.
They survived all of that just to end up in servitude. Better than dying on a broken ship, I know that. But this isn't something to be proud of.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate...
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely
Well,
what
I
we
believe
bring to
our
the
arrangement
table.
with the colonists will work out in the long run. Not quite. We just don't answer to the Freestar Collective or the United Colonies. Makes things easier. We don't pay any taxes, we don't need to follow their laws. All the benefits, none of it. And no one minds, because half the politicians and other big shots love vacationing here. Works for everyone. No, of course not. There's several more. We're just the ones who show up day to day. The others spend their time lazing on the beach or gallivanting off-world. Doesn't bother me, though. Less cooks in the kitchen means I get to make all the big decisions around here. Seems to be... We, the Paradiso Group, as such, no other leisure enterprises meal. Right,
Heck.
back to work.
It's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming.
Have a great day.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure. Sweet. Your man can always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis? Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Docking procedure is complete.
Hi. Please disregard.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting from here on
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside.
out. I've never seen a ship like yours before. But then again, we haven't seen any ships. We've got strict rules around here.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be interesting from here on out.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. What's the good word? Then I'd need to know what that catch is. That doesn't sound so bad. My crew will need to get used to working for a living anyway. This seems agreeable. Is that all? I'm not sure what we can spare. I'm thinking. Perhaps there are resources in storage we can scrounge up or recycle. Oh my, I hope that's not the impression I'm giving. I assure you, it's simply a matter of not knowing what we can spare right now. I'll work on figuring it out. Tell you what, talk to Daisuke, and he'll get you what we can spare. If you succeed, we'll see about finding some other ways to repay you as well. Thank you. Until next time.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean...
I've lived my entire life in constant... Hi there. Oh!
Nice to meet you. And that's true. As you can imagine, everyone kind of just knows each other. Right? We've been cooped up together in this ship all our lives, so outside of Bert... Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not... Oh yeah, she sent me a message. I have everything for you right here. It's all we can spare, so I sure hope you come through for us. Need anything else? We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in... But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled. Even the food. In a roundabout. It works out for the most part, because it has to. You'll sense a running theme. Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies, or almost everything is communal or shared in some way. But sometimes people want a little something extra or special. So when that happens, mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory. Take care.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Hey there.
The services tech is in the hut up at the front.
can I do for you? Got anything you need to offload? Sure, have at it.